Oh, yes, there we go. Happy Sunday, guys. I'm here. And I figured out how to fix the issue with y'all seeing me the correct way, but I fixed it. So I had to go in advanced settings and change it from, just trying to make sure I'm straight. So here we are, 2 weeks later. We're here every 2 weeks to plan our content. That looks a little slanted, right? I'll be seeing a little off. But anyway, how's y'all day going? Happy Sunday. We are 2 weeks in to the posting challenge, to your content challenge. How do you think you've been doing so far? I want to look at the live to make sure I don't look slanted. Does it? Does that? Hey now. And of course I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Of course I did. You see, this is why I don't take my phone off Do Not Disturb. Everybody complains about me always having my phone on Do Not Disturb, and then they call when I'm live. So today we're going back to on Do Not Disturb 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How y'all doing anyway, though? How are you guys doing? Let me just put it up so I can see the comments. And of course I can't. Me and YouTube just, I don't know, they starting to treat me like TikTok. There we go. Now I can see. Ugh. Now ask me if I know where I put this stand. Let me go get my stand. Hold on. On another note, we about to turn on the AC, so y'all gonna hear a little bit of buzzy buzz. All right, now I'm ready. I'm hot, but I'm ready. So how have your content been going? We're 2 weeks into the challenge. You've had your prompts to help you kind of figure out what you want to post. Has it been going good? Is it helpful? Have you been keeping up with your content? Let me just go into the dashboard. Not the dashboard, girl. The updates. There we go. Whew. Hello, 2 weeks in and only missed 1 day. Let's go. You love the setup. Thank you. So we had to figure out a way to fit all of the cardstock in here for the shop, and we ended up using the two IKEA, whatever these were called. I can't remember the name of nothing right now. Why is it not letting me in the live? Anywho, so these content planning, you missed the first week. So you conquered the second week. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Also, like, don't stress yourself too much or feel real bad if you miss a day or you came in late. Like, just jump in when you're ready. The whole point is just to get us used to being consistent. That's the whole point of the challenge. So, a few updates. These lives are going to continue into the rest of this year for every 2 weeks. And I don't think I'm going to be doing it next year. I haven't 100% decided, but I'm more leaning towards I can't. Trying to keep up right now. My headache is pounding to here. So most likely we will not be having these lives next year. Because it's going to look a little different for me next year, which is going to be more work. So we might not. But for the rest of 2023, we're going to enjoy these content planning lives every 2 weeks and get the most out of it as we could. Once a month. Is that enough? Well, I mean, it's better than none, right? So maybe we do a monthly. I think I could definitely manage a monthly, like right before the month start, and we maybe talk about our goals for the month. I could definitely do that, but every 2 weeks, I don't think so. I'll be having too much things to manage. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm very honest. I wasn't prepared for today's live. I don't even know what I want to say. Like, I have a headache. I'm over here cutting like cake toppers for content, for images, actually, for the glitter cardstock. The launch is Sunday. I'm not done everything I need to do, so I'm like in stress overload mode while still trying to keep up with the CraftPrint, because I want the CraftPrint to still be a source for crafting. And then the CraftPrint shop will be where you get your products. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here doing. So you did 2 weeks, you missed one day, circus, day before. That's perfectly fine. I was just saying, like, even if you miss one day, it's okay. It's okay. The whole point is just get used to being consistent. Is that on my shirt? Oh no, that's on the phone. Also, the same way that I kind of picked out themes for the days, that's how you would plan your content. So let's say every month, let's say we meet up every month. You have our planner of some sort. I have this one. And it's big so you can see everything. This is the, what's this company name? I think Happy Planner. Yes, Happy Planner. So the large size Happy Planner, this is the full layout for the month, right? So you have space to write everything down. And the same way that I created the challenge is the same way you would just come in and just write down things for you to post for your content. So you don't have to be so specific, like circus party. You could do, if you just want to like vaguely put like, one day I'm gonna do a reel, or get more in detail, I'm gonna do a behind the scenes reel. The next day I'll do a picture of my work area. The next day I'll do a process video. So you don't have to necessarily know the theme or the product that you're going to post, but you can plan to do like a behind the scenes, a shopping with me, a get ready with me, supplies that I'm using, unboxing, the most recent thing I bought from the craft store, what's my favorite craft shops, maybe my favorite products, your favorite food. As much as people will reiterate everything is content, it really is content. So I would post about stuff that have nothing to do with crafting, and usually that gets more engagement than crafting. So talk a little bit about yourself. And now when I say about yourself, you don't have to get personal. Like, some people be like, I don't want my personal information on the internet, and that's very much so understandable. I literally have a limit of what I share on social media. And also, like, you can share with people and have them a little involved, because I feel like the amount that I share, people know me a little, but social media will never know me 100% like my family and friends would know me. So I have a limit of what I'm going to tell everyone. So give yourself a limit as how far you're going to go. But stuff like your favorite coffee, your favorite order from Starbucks. I don't even go in Starbucks. The only thing I think I purchased from Starbucks was recently, because I was with my sister, is like those refreshers, I think they're called. Other than that, I don't go in Starbucks. Post about that if you don't. I'm a Dunkin' girl. And even there, I don't go anymore, because the hot chocolate ain't working with my belly. Well, anything dairy lately ain't working with my belly, so I don't be going. But post about that. Post about, ask your followers, which one do you like more, Starbucks? Dunkin'. And doing stuff like that, use two things that you know people are always going back and forth with, like Cricut and Silhouette. Post about, are you team Cricut? Are you team Silhouette? Why? Stuff like that. That brings people out, especially when it's something people go back and forth. People be ready to give their opinion, child. So Cricut, Silhouette, that's definitely something where people be ready to talk about. Dunkin', Starbucks, Apple, Android. So all of that kind of things, post about it. Post about it. Some people are team both. Like, some people, I know some people who have Android phones and then they would have an iPad though. So post about that. Like, I'm team Apple halfway. I prefer Apple products, but not Apple phone. These are just random things for content that you can post, where it doesn't have to be specifically the product that you're selling. But also, when I would say up to now, my big focus wasn't always really selling on Instagram when it should have been, but it really wasn't. So for me, it was selling, but also building community on Instagram for me. So know the difference. If you want to focus more on selling, don't gear off too much. Make sure you always bring it back to your products. So if you're going to talk about the drinks you order from Starbucks, make sure you mention like, I have to have this drink when I'm working on the orders, something like that, to bring it back to your stuff. Also, don't be afraid to build a community. Even if you feel like this person has their set people, that person has their set people, and it's hard to build a community because everybody already have someone, it doesn't matter. You can find new stuff. I be scrolling on my page and I find new people and I'm like, oh, I love this. I'm about to follow them and be all involved with them and stuff. So building community. And don't think that like, I'm going to build a community and I'm wasting my time. You're not. You're not. And I'm going to give y'all the prime example, me. So I've been on social media probably, I think this year makes 9 years since I've been posting on Instagram, right? And my focus wasn't necessarily selling, but it was. But I was building a community. So at this point now where I finally figure out what the heck I want to do, also notice, take your time. People will tell you niche down and stuff like that, but in order to niche down, you have to try a little bit of everything before you figure out what you want. Just to let you know. But anywho, because I built a community, now that I've decided what I really want to do, which is start a craft supply shop, the community is like ready to the point where I think I probably launched early because of the community that I built. So originally it was January 1st. You know, you love to do a release of something new January 1st. January 1st, and I'm like, I don't know. And then the more people that spoke to me, they was like, no, do it. Like, do it now. Even starting this business, it was years ago since I mentioned it. And it was other crafters who I told, a select few, and family who just kept reminding me like, girl, you need to do this. Like when it comes to like paper crafting and things like that, like that's who I think of. And it's something where a business you start where people already know that you're well versed in what you do. So that's part of building your community. Do it. Even if you're selling now, build it while selling. And that is just showing up. It's no hard, I mean, I'm sure somebody out there is selling a course on how to do it. And I'm sure they have amazing stuff in there. But I'm just telling you, the most important part of building a community is showing up to your community. Like, go live, talk to people, give advice, help out, answer questions. All of that builds that trust in people for you to build your own community. And if you're fortunate enough to have a real good community, you could even give them names. I still haven't figured out. I wanted to do it for the longest, but nothing stuck. And it just, nothing really stuck. But just like, you know, Beyonce have the Beehive. Who else? What's this lady name? Nikki has the Barbs, like stuff like that. If you could create, even better. That kind of feel of exclusivity that people get, who don't want it? Who don't want it? So build your community. That's the first thing. Build a community. Don't worry about everybody else is building one. There's so many out there. There is space for all of us. Don't listen to people. The fingerprints, I don't know. I want something short to the point, but cute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. I'll figure it out one day. Hey. Okay. You got the big ground turkey or the too small? Huh? Big one? Okay. Hey April. Hey Tisha. Brianne. Nay. Of course I was yapping, so I didn't get to say hello to everybody as y'all was coming in. So just so y'all know, build your community. I would say one thing, the negative side of building a community. You will always have to be there. So make sure you're ready. because just like with these lives, like canceling altogether, I be feeling so bad. Even though, I'm going to say it again, I was blessed with my crafting community. People would tell me, girl, rest. You don't have to show up all the time. Like, they're not like down your back like, oh my God, you said you was going to do this with us, but you're not doing it with us. And you lied to me. You're not there for me. You're not helping me. I don't get that. I rarely get that. But just know, be prepared. Once you start like helping people, they're going to come. They're going to come. And even if you've mentioned or helped with something 10,000 times, there's always going to be somebody who's new to your platform who's going to ask the same question. So kind of be prepared for that too. I've heard a lot of communities don't have people that share. Crafting, I think that we really got lucky. You will find some people who don't want to share, because I've had people who didn't want to share with me, and I would say that's in the beginning, I guess, because I was nobody. But there have been people who did not want to share, but I'm not like mad at it, because that's their choice. Some people work hard. Like I said, I've been posting for like 9 years. Everything that I've learned is experience. It's from me researching, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I will tell y'all the honest to God truth. I just be too lazy to be creating long courses and all this other stuff and keep promoting these courses. Because people have told me many times, you can make so much money off of the information and the stuff that you do. Like these lives, for instance, people will have this where it's a paid subscription and you're helping people like that, lives and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Does it make a difference? It does. Because there's sometimes I look in the bank and like the amount of stuff you do and work you're doing and these few pennies you're getting out of it is absolutely ridiculous. So I will tell you, that's why I don't get mad at people who make their courses and make their money. Because there are times where it's like, I have put out way more than I've gotten back. But it's partially me being lazy too. Like, I don't got time to be creating courses and all that stuff all the time. Maybe when I get a little larger and get a little team to create some things for me, sure. But just be prepared. It's a lot of work. It can be very extremely overwhelming. But in the end, it's beneficial. If you just utilize everything the right way and just be genuine. Be yourself. That's the biggest part of building a community. Be yourself. Pretending to be something you're not is hard. It's hard. So, like, right now, in my 40s, I'm not a very glamorous girl. When I was younger, I wouldn't even go to the corner store unless I was fully done. That was me when I was younger. So for me to pretend like I am this dressy, ladylike, prissy girl right now, it's not going to work for me. Because I would be so stressed out if I had to start this live and I had to go put on makeup and I had to get a proper outfit and I had to everything. And no, I'm just going to be me. And some days the hair is going to be a mess. Some days it's going to be fixed. 90% of the time there won't be no damn makeup. I don't even know what this is going to look like on a playback. Be yourself. It's too hard to pretend. Okay? So if it's not for you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And sometimes people will look at your content and you can tell, like, you're not funny. Like, this is not you. Or like dancing. Dancing on social media is really popular. And there are people out here who love it. I can't do it. I would look like a fool. Y'all wouldn't know I'm being a fool. Like, already in the element of dancing if somebody recorded me or something like that. But continual dancing on Instagram, it's just not me. Or like with crafters, their photographs are very happy, very go-lucky, mouth open. And the thumbnails, that is not me. I barely smile. So I'm not going to pretend and do it. Like, every picture y'all going to see that is shared of me is like this. Because I don't smile. And I ain't going to pretend. Because it'll stress me the hell out if y'all needed me to be skinning my teeth in y'all face all day, every day. I just can't do it. Hey, Lenny. Right, I barely know how to put on makeup. My sister taught me a thing or two. When it's time to go out and I need makeup, I just hire someone. You smile too big? I don't. The only time anybody's gonna see a crack of a smile on me is when you catch me laughing at something. I'm not a smiler at all. And I'm not a naturally giddy, happy-go-lucky person. If you like get to know me, like tomorrow's content that I plan on showing like the contrast of the CraftPrint giving advice and Shondell giving advice to like my sisters. I am not. I promise you, they just call me miserable. I am not what you think when like crafter come up. Shondell's the last person you would actually think of. So don't pretend to be, because when I first started crafting, that's what I saw. Also, it was different too. But you always saw the perfect, the everything just looking great and everybody smiling and the finished products and the clean craft room. And then after a while, you realize, like, who the hell got time to keep up with that? Because it ain't me. So y'all gonna see some clean craft rooms, some dirty craft rooms. You're gonna see some happy times, some sad times, some miserable times. I don't know. You're gonna see a little everything. But it's gonna be me. Also, there will be unfollowers. There have been people who unfollowed me. I didn't even know. Sometimes other people randomly point it out to me. Or I'll notice that someone who used to engage with me a lot, they don't do it anymore. And then I find out they done left. And some of them have blocked me. So that was just, I think, part of them getting to know the real Shondell and realize this is not the crafter for me. And I'm not mad at anyone, upset at anyone who has unfollowed or left, because you're not gonna support, right? If you didn't like me in the beginning, you come to my page like, oh, you got these craft supplies, girl, I'm following you, I love it here. And then you come in my live and was like, hold up, that ain't what I signed up for. And then they're out. So I don't ever get mad at the unfollows and stuff like that. And it has happened. And there's actually been some people I've been close with who've had my number, who I've talked to on the phone, gone. But I'm okay with it because you're not meant to be here. So like now I'm crossing over into the craft supply shop. You think that person was going to support whether they needed the supplies or not? Even if they didn't need the supplies, they wouldn't have shared it. They wouldn't have told somebody else about it because they don't really like me. You know what I'm saying? So show yourself so the real people who support you and like you can show up for you. You lose all your followers, you just got to gain back the right ones. That's it. Take it as that. Lenny, right. I think years ago I used to think like, what did I do? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, what did I do to piss this person off? Now I really don't care. You just chose to leave for your own personal reasons. And also I try to remember I have unfollowed people for dumb reasons. So sometimes it's not even you or your personality. It could be your teeth. I keep telling people like, teeth aggravate me. If it's like real like distracting, I cannot follow you. I don't know. If your personality is like real out of whack and it's just not for me, I'm not following you. So somebody could have like unfollowed me because they didn't like my locks. Once I locked my hair, they was like, bye, I'm not into that crap. So it'll be random reasons. So I stopped caring. I stopped caring. Also, too, that's another reason I don't smile. My gums are bigger than my teeth. If I do crack a wide smile, I promise y'all would think it was Mr. Ed. I don't show my teeth. And also, they ain't perfect. Not that I'm going to get them done because that's a lot of money. But if I could, I would. But I would make sure the dentist don't put no big chiclets in my mouth. But anyway, random. You got to stop caring. So, like with going live, there are people who are worried about no one will show up. I don't know. I might be talking to myself. Stop caring. You know that this is what you need to do to show up for the people who are there. It's what you need to do to grow either your social media following, grow your business, whatever it is. Do it. You gotta stop giving a damn about people's opinion. Because guess what? When the bills come, those people you can't call. They're not gonna pay your bill. They're actually gonna repost that you asked for help to pay your bill to laugh at you. So who gives a damn what they're thinking about? Do what you have to do to pay the bills and feed yourself and or the children. Stop caring. Stop caring. That's the key to getting over a lot of fears. You gotta stop caring. You got to. Let me tell you something, and I tell people all the time, when I go live, check the amount of people that's in my live. I'm on Instagram. Next year, I make 10 years. I think this year I finally made it to 40-something thousand. And my live still will have 25 people, 30 people, 50 people. I hardly ever have 100 people in my lives. Do I care? Absolutely friggin' not. Who's there is meant to be there. That's who want to be there. When I first started going live, it was 0, and then 1, and maybe 2. And sometimes the 2 was 2 of my sisters, because I made them come. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I have a picture. I'm going to show it to y'all. Horrible. When I first started posting on Instagram. Ciao. But the point of this picture too is, if I gave up and cared about what people had to say about my content or my things like that, I would have never been here today. Never. And I'm in the wrong phone. This phone ain't got no pictures. I just found this phone back. Hold on. Let me see if I could. Probably not. Tyler! It's in the phone that I'm recording with. But I'm going to post it on Instagram. The post was horrible. The background was horrible. It was mad shit in the background. It was a mess. But if I gave up on myself because I didn't get it right then, I wouldn't have been here today. And I'm talking about consistent. Consistency is not 2 weeks. Consistency is not even 2 months. I've been here posting non-stop, unless I took a little vacation or something, for 9 years. And honestly, when I think about it, I could have done better. I could have done more. But everything is meant to be the way it's meant to be. 9 years of consistency, and I now know what I want to do. 9 years of consistency, and I'll tell you for sure, I haven't seen what I need to be seen in the bank account. It ain't looking like I've been here 9 years. So, take it down. Don't care what people got to say. Focus on what your end goal is and do what you got to do to get there. Also, this was 9 years of lots of research, lots of practice, lots of trial and error. But I didn't let nobody get in my way. I don't think I had, the people who probably were like naysayers for me wouldn't say it in my face, so I don't know. Like people who say, oh, this is not for you, you're not going to do it. I've had people say like, what are you doing with paper? Like, you think you're going to get far with paper? And that's just non-crafters that just didn't understand the power of cardstock. You know what I'm saying? So, 9 years. 9 years. And I'm giving next year, my 10th year is going to be when I feel like I'm seeing a return on my investment. Finally. So, when you think like, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not doing it, remember that I've been here for 9 years. Give yourself some grace, but make sure you're working your ass off in the process. Like, I wasn't just sitting back the whole 9 years. Like, I've been practicing, trying, working, paying for classes, also researching everything that I could. Everything that I could. What made you try and include the avenue you choose for the CraftPrint shop? So like 2 or 3 years ago, I've been said like, I want to sell cardstock. I didn't think of craft supply shop. I think I told Alicia, I think I told Tisa, and I told Victoria, along with Joella, my sisters. And then like I kept like chickening out. I don't know if I wanted to do it. And they kept kind of reminding me like, girl, I think this is for you. Like, this will be really good for you. Like, they kept reminding me, right? And then also somebody pointing out to me like, you see the stuff that you're planning? People are popping up and doing it while you're sitting back and just keep talking about it. Like, you've been saying this, and lots of people are coming out and selling products, like sell products. And then this year, my sister and I called each other because we planned on doing a business together too. But we never knew what. We just knew we was going to do a business together. And then this year we were like, yo, it's time. Like, it really is time. And then that's how we got here today. So my sister was like, I'm okay with keeping the CraftPrint shop name and stuff like that. So we did the legal part that we needed to do for all of this crap. And then we decided like not to stick with paper, to do everything. So the end goal is to basically be a full-on craft shop with a little bit of everything, like your next Michaels. But on top of that, I also want, just like I build a community for the CraftPrint shop, I want a community also. So next year, I'm going to start looking into selling other crafters products on our website as well. So that's where all of that came from. Lots of physical pain in thing. Next month makes a year since I burned my hand too. I thought that was going to take me out of the game. I thought that was going to take me out of the game. That's good, Victoria. And I think so too with, I'm not going to say men and give them an excuse. I feel like they just don't understand. I feel that too. Joel definitely doesn't understand any of this, but he just sits back and just like helps out where he can. And then you see someone do it and be successful with it. The thing is, I don't know, like at first I'll like beat myself up, but then it's like, it's more proof that you can do it. It is more proof that you can do it. So don't let it stress you when you see that, and don't let it discourage you. Because I felt like I got to a point like, should I still do this if, you know, I'm seeing people popping up with it? And it's like, yo, do what you want to do. And also the reminder, like, I don't know if y'all know, the Crayon Case and Fenty are two recent makeup companies that came out in an extremely oversaturated field. Like, who would have thought makeup could blow up like that? So it's like, there is space. There is space. So do what you got to do. Tracy, I think what it is too, we can't really expect people to see our vision because it's ours. Like, this is our field. Do you know how much people have told me they didn't even know black women craft? They couldn't even find black crafters on social media. Like, people can't see it. And the vision is not for them to see. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be different if someone like discourages you, especially if it's your partner, and like not even help you, don't support you, nothing, kind of isolate you. That's a totally different feeling. But for them not to be on board, but kind of sit back and be supportive is great too. Right. Right. Like when I speak to people, like my sisters will call me and give me an idea. And they're like, you know, figure something out. And once they already told me, I already got it in my head. Not everybody functions like that. Like, people will ask me, how do I come up with ideas and stuff like that? It just comes to me. But I would say that when you are ready to do something in an oversaturated, I think every field is oversaturated. I don't care what anybody says. Try to think of what you can do a little bit different. So I've seen it all the time. Like, marketing is the reason that some companies stand out, not the product. Most of the time, all the products are the same. It's your marketing. So you gotta try to figure out ways to get it out there. What you're gonna do a little different. It's not necessarily spying, but pay attention to what everybody's doing in that field that you're selling. And while you're paying attention to what everybody's doing, pay attention to what everybody's not doing. And do a little something like that. You got to find ways to make your brand stand out and stuff like that. Yeah. Exactly. So they don't know. Like, some people are not creative. Some people are not into crafting. Like, a lot of my friend, not 99.9 of the people in my life are not crafters. They don't know what this is. When they walk in here and see all this paper, the first thing they think is, what the hell are you doing with all of that? Or, you're going to be able to sell that? Like, people's going to buy that paper? Like, that much people? Like, I was speaking to a coworker, and I told her my plan, actually, before I did it, too. And I'm like, this is what I really want to do. And she's like, Shondell, I can't see it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you could see it and you should do it. Like, it's for you. She's like, me, I don't know anything about that. In my head, it wouldn't even make sense to sell paper. I can't see it. But I see that for you. I see that. Like, that's what you want. It's what, like, excites me to talk about. So people are not going to see that vision because they're not in that field. They're not in that niche. Maybe they're not creative like that. So don't expect that out of people. I would say when it comes to me, and y'all, don't take this advice I'm about to give you, but I'm just going to tell you my opinion when it comes to relationships. So if I plan on doing something and I'm with someone and they full on just like, no, you shouldn't, you're wasting your time, you're gone. I would not even let you finish the sentence. You got to go. How long you been in my life? Don't care. You got to go. To not understand somebody's vision, but also support them. Like, all right, so what you want to do? I mean, I'm not going to do it. I'll sit back. Or you need me to take you to the store? You need me to buy a machine? You need me to come in here and build something? I could do that. But other than that, I don't even know. That's okay with me. But somebody full on, I've seen people post about it. Like, their husbands against it. Their partners against it. They're mad at them. They're not like, oh, you got to go. That's not for me. Absolutely not. If you're gonna discourage me or like be like my hater live in my face, you gotta go. It's either you go or I be in jail for knocking you out. One out of the two. Because I'm not dealing with no shit like that. But again, one, I'm not married, so don't take my advice. Especially if you want to stay married. Two, I'm a little off the rockers. But I'm just telling you my experience and how I would handle it. I also break up when you don't buy me what I want. So maybe my advice is not the best. So I would say that I stopped talking to Joel for only like 2 days. Just about 2 days because he didn't buy my stand. But now we're on good terms. And we're planning for 2024. Some vacation because I need to go somewhere. But also, like I said, don't take my relationship advice. I'm not married. I'm not married. I don't even want to be. I will have all you guys in divorce court. And then the men knocking at my door to knock me out. So don't take my advice. But I'm just saying, that's what I do. That's it. Right. But anywho, enough about the significant others and why I'm going to have you guys in divorce court. Let's get back to the content. Don't give up on yourself. Also, just a reminder for anybody that just popped in here, the CraftPrint shop launches this Sunday. Am I ready? No. Am I prepared? No. But we're launching on Sunday. Cross your fingers and pray for me. But we're launching on Sunday. That's all I can say. Let's see what goes right, wrong, left, north, south, east, and west. You know, it's all the process, and I'm gonna learn along the way, child. So how y'all been doing with y'all content? Y'all been doing okay? Instead of the crickets, right? Right. And you know what, Victoria, I said too, because I was gonna spin this around and have the cricket background, but I said, hold on, baby, you need to start thinking like a businesswoman. Your product comes first. Your product will be the background. Your stuff is going to be what you're promoting. Like, you think Cricket about to show up on their live with somebody else's product back there? Absolutely not. So, the products are the forever backgrounds. The machines get people attention on social media. People love to see it. But at the end of the day, my stuff is going to come first. You need to be better with posts. Lenny. But you post a lot on TikTok. Just post that on Instagram. You want the week to be over? No. Let it take its time. I'm not ready yet. There's still some things I got to do. I got a whole checklist over here that I got to do this week. I want this week to be mellow and slow. Because I got shit to do. that I need to do by this weekend. Thank you. Is it Keshna? Is that how it's pronounced? Thank you, Sugar. Keshna, you have a business? Or are you just starting out? Because I just want to remind you, your name that comes up here on YouTube should be your business name. That should be your Instagram name. That should be an Instagram name. So when you comment and people see it, the business name, the Instagram name, the YouTube name, everything the same. So it's easy for us to find you. Kishna? Kishna? Go on Instagram and just say your name so I can hear it. Just starting and you're on your page. So your Instagram name needs to be this name here. You can go into your settings, like when you know when you just go on google.com and at the top right it usually has your picture or the little letter. Click there and go to the settings and just change the name. Instead of putting like your full name like Shondell G, you're gonna put the CraftPrint, whatever the name is, so that every time you comment when you're on YouTube, it's your business name. You've been doing good with the challenge. You missed Friday because I had nothing for circus. Here's the thing. I didn't really have nothing for circus. Did y'all see what I posted for circus? My family calling me a clown like I was born in the circus. So just post things. It doesn't have to be physically that thing. Like for hip hop, somebody posted hip hop music playing in the background. So there's ways to tweak the content and still go with the theme. Also, let's say you don't have anything. You can't even think of a way to tweak the content for the theme. Post something anyway, so that you have some content posted on that day. Thank you. Post anything. The whole point is just for us to get familiar with the content. Also, Lenny, people love to see the craft room. People love to see the machines. People love to see what you're using. That content you post on TikTok, get it over here on Instagram. Get it over here on Instagram. I'm a clown. I am literally a clown. When I am not focused on the CraftPrint and I'm home, I have no alternative. Like, I take nothing serious, just a fool. So me being, you know, possibly born in the circus was my circus themed content. Show more of you. People want to get to know you. People want to get to know you. The content you already have posted, Lenny, just bring it here. Don't even create new content, just bring it here. But post the original that you had without the TikTok logo. Yeah, that's the main thing. If your goal next year is to start a YouTube channel, start putting your shorts up now before you even do it. It's accumulating those views. And your shorts is the same TikTok or Reel, just those videos. That's all that it is. Every platform just have a different name for it, okay? But they're all the same darn thing. Start posting those shorts. Let me tell y'all something about YouTube. I still don't do enough. I keep promising myself I'm gonna do more with the videos, but I've been posting the shorts and they have been helping. Like, I was on YouTube for a couple of years. The most I generated was $20 a month. I finally got 2 months where it was a little over $100. So imagine if I'm really doing my thing, like what I'm supposed to be doing. So just be consistent everywhere. Get that one piece and post it everywhere. When I wake up in the morning, not everywhere, but most of the places I try to make sure I remember, I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post it on TikTok. We fight in sometimes. Post it on TikTok. Then come post it on YouTube. Then post it on Pinterest. This week I got a few pins out this week that I scheduled. I got to schedule some more for next week. With Pinterest, if it's the video though, you can't do it on your phone because it's going to make you do it as an idea pin. I feel like something went up my damn nose. It's going to make you do it as an idea pin. So do it on the computer so you can do it as a regular pin, just in video form. Shorts and TikTok. Yes. Just create, if you can create 5. Also, like, I spilled the bling on the floor. I did like, it was 5 seconds of showing the spilled bling and put a little sound behind it, and that did amazing. So it doesn't, all your content does not have to be this perfectly curated video or processed video. Do a quick, like before you clean up, do a quick video of the mess, and then when you're done, do a little after of the mess. Make that a reel. You're going shopping. We are going shopping anyway. Make that a reel. I went to Target. I had a list of maybe $100 to spend, and I left spending $3. That's a reel. Just you walking in the door at Michael's and then showing, oh, Michael's has Christmas stuff now. That's a reel. So you can do these little short ones that's not going to take you forever to make or too much thinking into it. You can use those until you start learning about more things. And what I do is I follow people on Instagram who teach me about reels. So that's how I got to do like reels where it's 2 of me in the video and things like that, researching and learning, and it takes time. But for now, post that stuff, because the ones you spend the most time on is the ones that probably get the least amount of engagement. Yeah, but listen, literally, when you post on Instagram, just come out, go into the other app, and post on the other platforms. You started to pin on Pinterest? Let me tell y'all, Pinterest is... I'm still trying to figure out if I'm creating a separate Pinterest for the business. I think I want to keep it the same because that's not... I don't make money on Pinterest, so there's nothing to separate. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably decide, obviously, by Sunday. But I'm going to be posting. Because Pinterest will bring you customers, okay? People are on Pinterest looking for stuff. Let them find you. Let it where it's easy for them to find your image, and even easier for them to just click a button to go straight to your website, your Etsy shop, or whatever it is. I still ain't take the medication that I bought. Right, just think outside of the box, like just random. You need to learn Pinterest. April, I have a video here on YouTube, Pinterest for beginners. And it's just the basics, it's not hard. And I promise that'll help you, and just keep pinning on there. Also, if you can find, I have one group board. If you can find group boards, because it's multiple people pinning to one board, you get more eyes on that board. So pin on your boards, and then pin on group boards with other people. I have more than one group board though. I have more than one group board on Pinterest. I have the one where it's just a little bit of everything, and then it's time for me to take these meds. Like, I don't learn my lesson. And then I have like some separate ones for like cake toppers, cupcake toppers, and I think I did some with themes that are actually group boards. So if you go on in my Pinterest account, there'll be more than one board you can post your stuff into. Hey, Kaya. Fell behind on pins. When I tell you, a few years ago, I used to pin every day. I got to 1 million views a month. And then I stopped for a really long time, like over a year. I am down. I'm now getting myself back to like 100,000 from 1 million. So I got to get back on it. And just like any other platform, you got to be consistent. Post the same on all platforms? I sure do, because I don't have time to make new content. I surely don't. There are some people who literally sit down and study what like their Instagram followers want to see, or what their YouTube followers want to... I don't do that. I don't have the time to do it. I come in, I post my reel, a video I already have created, I post it on Instagram, I post it on TikTok, I post it on Pinterest, I post it on YouTube. Done for the day. Next day is going to be the same process. With Pinterest, I'll create separate pins as just an image of a product and things like that, and then put it on Pinterest. But other than that, that one content goes everywhere. Everywhere. There's sometimes one would do good on one platform and one doesn't. That's perfectly fine. The one thing I think that did pretty well on all platforms was a video of me showing how I cut the crickets on the bookshelves. So that's like a reminder. People want to learn things. So not only are you posting your product, you're also posting tips, tricks, deals, sales. We all shopping. Post about what's on sale. People want to know. And then they get to the point where, oh, I know Lenny is going to tell us what's on sale today. I know Lenny's going to show us something in the craft supply store that we need to buy. People get used to it, and then they come back. You see me calling her name because I know she always shopping. Post a little bit of everything, y'all. When they say everything is content, they literally mean everything is content. Everything. Everything. People like to also see like a day in the life. Like, what do you do throughout the day? People want to see that. That too, Victoria. Some people follow you on TikTok. Some people follow you on Instagram. Some people have you on YouTube. Because I've had people come into my YouTube and ask me about my Instagram. And I'm like, how did you even find me? Because to me, like most people find me from Instagram and then other platforms. I've had people find my Instagram from my Design Space profile. So like in my Design Space profile, I put in there that I have a YouTube channel. My name is the CraftPrint across all platforms or whatever. And somebody came on my Instagram and said they found me through Design Space. So post everywhere. Who would have thought that someone on Design Space found me, but they didn't have me on social media? Post it everywhere. Magnolia Party Market. I think we all kind of overthink it because it can be nerve-wracking and you're trying to get it right. Don't think too much about getting it perfect. Ain't no such thing as perfect. Because you might think it's perfect, somebody else is going to find a flaw in it. And also, consumers, followers, subscribers, they're tired of perfect. Nobody wants to get up and see this perfect, pretty everything. They don't. Post exactly how it is. What's going on? I didn't get an order today. I got 10 orders last week. I was so excited. This week I ain't getting nothing. Post it. I messed up this cake topper and it was about time for me to deliver it. I had to run back and fix it and then it was ready to go. Post it. I need another Cricut but I ain't got no money. Post it. I need a 5th Cricut and I got the money and I'm going to buy it. Post it. Post it all. People want to see it. Will there be some people that don't like it? Who gives a damn? Who cares? That's their problem. Don't look if you don't like it. Post it because you're going to have way more people who like it than the people who don't. And again, why focus on the people that's going to act up, unfollow, block, don't like you? It's not going to help you. They're not going to shop with you. They're not going to support you. They're not going to tell people about you. So don't make them a topic at all. Post it. Also, you came on this live here and Shondell told you to post it. You was overthinking it. And now you're like, you know what, girl, you're right. Post that. Post it. You came to the live and it was at the end and we was about to leave. Post it. I missed today's live. I hope I make it in the next 2 weeks. Post it. People just want to see what's going on. Post that. In my stories today, I just did a quick little view of the room while I was playing my music and cleaning, and I posted that as some kind of content. Some days I'll have stuff that I fully recorded and edited and put little words on it, and some days it's just whatever the hell I pull out the phone and record. Post it. That's the theme. Just write post it on your phone so you remember. Post it. People want to know. You work full time, and then when you get home, some days you're too tired to even focus on crafting. Post about it. Because there's a lot of people who feel the same. The kids driving you absolutely insane and you can't get nothing done, post it. There's other mommies in the same situation. Post it. Right? Post it on a post-it. Exactly. Exactly. TJ actually did a reel and I called her out on this video on a live, and she put that in the background to play it. Post it. And that's a nice way of me saying it because real me Actually, tomorrow's content is gonna show you how I really speak to people. The people I'm close with, I'm harder on because I'm there to help you, and you should be doing better. Also, you got me looking like a fool if I'm over here teaching you and you ain't taking it in. So the way that I tell them, I'm not gonna tell them post it. They probably get yelled at first. So I'm gonna post an example of that difference of Shondell and then the CraftPrint difference. But literally, you want to go live but you're too scared, or you want to go live and you set everything up but then you're not. Like right before I went live is when I knocked over all the bling. Okay, I knocked over all the bling and it was for the live, and I posted about that and that got a whole bunch of damn views, and I still went live and did something else. No matter what it is, post it. That's it. Post it. And don't give up. I promise y'all, my work was shit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I first started, it was a mess. It was. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I kept going. I kept trying. I kept learning. I kept doing what I gotta do. Never hesitate to take a class. Just make sure you know who you're taking that class from. If that person can't produce work, you shouldn't be paying them to teach you how to produce work. Like if you're trying to learn, let's say cake toppers, right? Some people do not want to keep watching YouTube tutorials. They'd rather either a one-on-one or some kind of paid class where you put all the information in it. Just make sure that person that's teaching you how to make the cake toppers know how to do cake toppers properly. Just research everybody. If somebody's teaching you marketing, what their marketing looks like. Did they grow their business? Before you pay people to teach you something, make sure they can do it before they teach you. But never hesitate to pay for classes. I've paid for classes. All right, so two main classes. Crown Crystals, she created a class, and it wasn't just for blingers, so I double checked with her for that. So it was just kind of teaching you how to like kind of put together a business. Like she was teaching the kind of the behind the scenes and stuff like that. I think that class, a few $100s for that class. I took that class and it was very helpful. She taught me like the back end of things, how to kind of keep things organized as your business grows and stuff like that. Ooh, speaking of that, that just reminded me to put something on this list. This is my to-do list for the week. Another class I did was with, what is this lady's name? I forgot her Instagram name. But it teaches more of the business side of things too. I recently paid, that was the third one. I Am Cake King on Instagram. So he had a cake piping class. It's a Facebook group. I think it was like $100. I think. I paid for that. I haven't been able to practice because I've been busy with this darn business. But I paid to learn that because I do want to get back to my fake cakes and stuff. But I need to know how to pipe properly. And I see that he can pipe. So just make sure whoever you're paying a class, they know what they're doing. But don't hesitate to pay for classes. There's nothing wrong with it. But also, if you don't have it, then just put into more research. When I first started craft, I sure didn't have it to be giving nobody no. I don't care how good you were. I ain't got it. Ain't nothing I can do. So in that case, I would just research as much as I can for whatever it was that I needed to learn. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm in here. I feel like the more I lick my lips, the drier they get. And I'm sitting here talking to y'all looking like Tyrone. And I don't think I got any lip. Oh, here go a little something. All right, I ain't got no blister, but I got a little glow. Now, we went through all of that. Let's talk about what is our plan for the next 2 weeks for our content. It sure will. And also, that's the only way for you to know what you like. You know how much times I thought like, oh, I'm going to start selling this. And I started making it and probably sold 1 or 2 and said never again. Never again. So doing that will help you figure out what it is you want to do. Because sometimes it feel like, ooh, let's do everything. Let's get everything in there. I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that. And then it's like, oh, hell no. Y'all spend all this time on this thing. You know how much time other people say, I'm not doing that paper crafting, all them little pieces. Everything ain't for everybody. Like them tumblers that needs to be turning all damn night. Never. I would never. I thought I would because it looked good. Hell no. So you got to try it out before you know if you're going to even want to do it. Now, oh shucks. Hold on. Y'all ain't tell me I have ugly spelled wrong on my post. It's spelled ugly with an E and not a Y. Now, what jackass? Me, I'm the jackass. How did I do that? Okay. Ugly is spelled with an E. Child, I just want y'all to know I'm not literate. I don't know how I did that. But I got a little bit of common sense. Obviously, it wasn't showing I created this post here. But yeah. So Monday. Monday is something I wish I knew before crafting. I need to write this in my book because I keep going back, right? So something I wish I knew before crafting. Now, if you're not comfortable with showing your face and creating a reel to say something you wish you knew, go into Canva and create a cute post. Post a video of something you wish you knew and do a voiceover about it. Anything you wish you knew before crafting. And here's the thing. If that thing can help other crafters out, even better. Even better, because people want some, tips and tricks and things like that. Even better, even more better. Better. If you could make people laugh while doing it, top tier content. People like to learn. People like to laugh. Something that kind of reminds you about like your childhood. Anything that's relatable. Did you grow up in the South and there were just some things y'all did that were different? Put that in your content. People that can relate to that love stuff like that. You grew up in the Caribbean. You grew up in New York City. You grew up in Texas. I don't know, something, anywhere. And every location has something that y'all all do that other people don't do. Post about it. People love posts like that. I was doing a voiceover where I sucked my teeth and I didn't even realize that I sucked my teeth so damn much. And people were like, girl, people commented on that and I didn't even realize I did it because I do it so much. So if you could create content around that and make people feel like, you my people, girl, you understand. Create content like that. People want that. Right. So anything that's a little different, maybe a holiday you celebrate, a product you use, something you cook, anything like that, do it. The bling and the tumblers are no. I could do the bling. The tumblers is a no. I love to bling, but I can't sell blinged products. I could bling for fun. But to have to get like 10 orders of bling cups, absolutely, I would throw them cups right in the garbage. Absolutely not. Cannot. You're loving the gable boxes for your students. I love gable boxes. You don't think you would ever bling nay? Let me tell you, everything ain't for everybody. I'll tell you that much. Everything ain't for everybody. So anything that you can make people like know, like, I'm your people, girl, we here, do it. Do it. So something you wish you knew. Ugly sweater. I still don't know what the hell I'm posting for that, but I gotta figure it out. Ugly sweater. If you don't have an ugly sweater, you never participated in an ugly sweater contest, you don't even know why the hell people do ugly sweaters, post about that. Like, just be like, the CraftPrint today's theme is ugly sweater. I don't know what the hell to post, so I'm gonna show y'all my cake topper. So that's a way to go with the theme and still bring it back to your product. I ain't got nothing. That's your post. I don't got nothing for this post. That's your post. Wednesday, sunflower. Do I have anything for that? Nope, but I gotta figure that all out today. I'm gonna try to get all that together. Thursday, ornament. Friday is organized chaos. Basically, show us what you're working with. Now, because this is every 2 weeks, we're gonna talk about the second to last week. The 23rd, which is a Monday, is Winter Wonderland. That's pretty easy. The 24th is Poker Night. I don't know if I've done anything in that theme, but I'm gonna figure something out. The 25th is High Heels. The 26th is Friendsgiving. And the 27th is the Grinch. So those are our themes left. And then we have one. So we have 3 more weeks, 2.5. Because the last one is just 2 days left of the challenge. And now I gotta repost it. I'm gonna find something else to do because I don't want to repost it and not spell ugly wrong. Like, why is it always the simplest of words that get messed up? What, paper crafting is that for you, Tracy? I've done an ugly sweater. I don't know if I could find a picture of when I wore the ugly sweater. The ugly sweater is the one day you have something scheduled. You don't celebrate holidays? Any holidays, Tracy? Well, you bling, so even if you don't celebrate, do you still create products around it for people that do celebrate? Grinch and Friends. And thank you, Brienne, because that's another thing. If you did something for these themes before, post that old content. I've already done it. Repost. Try not to repost things you posted within the month or even 2 months. Go back, because there are people who came on and just started following you that never seen that stuff. There is nothing wrong with reposting content. Do it. The ugly sweater, I did it at work once. And actually my ugly sweater had the Grinch on it. It was a picture of the Grinch when he was a baby. You know he wasn't cute. That was my actual ugly sweater. Now I gotta find it. Also, another thing that, if you feel like some of your old pictures or your old products are not like up to par with the content you post now, because mine aren't, you can do carousel posts where you can put like a little quote in the beginning, the first picture, something cute, and then put the rest as the old ugly pictures, just so people can swipe through and see them. Or you can add them in your stories. So people can still see it. It's not going to stay. It's not going to be there long, just a little 24 hours. But people can still kind of see something that you've done. I've been trying to go into my stories to find some of the old things that I've made. Because it's been a long time since I've scrolled down. And that's another thing. If you ever find some time, scroll down to your old stuff and like try to save it and repost it. Or even just for yourself, for you to see how far you've come. You too. All right, so what's our goals? What are we looking at for content for this week? Unfortunately, this week for the shop page, I'm not gonna do anything with the challenge. I'm just gonna be posting the countdown and products for the business. Right. I gotta see if I can find the first banner that I made that I cut by hand. It's never a problem to repost your old stuff, especially if you had like a video that did really well. Use that again. 5 posts on every platform. Come on. Come on. my goal for this week is 10 posts because I have a specific thumbnail for the challenge post, but I don't want them to show up back to back on my page. So I've been trying to post pictures in between to separate them so it's every other. So it's going to be 10 posts on both platforms for me. 2 YouTube videos, launch, trademark, new blog. Yes. I'm going to do 1 YouTube. I just keep telling myself I'm going to do 2 and 3 a week. I need to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Oh God, this week is the launch. Y'all pray for me. Victoria, I gotta call you one day this week. I have I need to show you something else. 5 posts on all platforms. You don't know, but you're posting every day. Good enough. Where is everyone? Come on, guys. What's y'all goal for the week? I'm going to do 1 YouTube and 1 blog post. Five YouTube shorts, 5 posts on IG, and reposts on TikTok. That's what I'm talking about. Also, I need for some of you, I know that everyone don't like going live, but I need y'all to go live. I need y'all to go live. At least one of the platforms, I need you to go live. You know what? Let me add my 5 pins on Pinterest because we be talking about all these goals and forgetting the pins. Thanks for the reminder, Nay. 4 to 5 reels, back to pinning, trying to go live, and remember to post on TikTok. Just try. Even if you gotta set like a little alarm. I try to write little checklists to remind myself like weekly and daily. You'll post every day on IG and put some content on Pinterest. Yes. And with Pinterest too, guys, if you have a bunch of old stuff like you've never posted before, or just all the stuff you have on social media that you have not been pinning at all, give it a nice little schedule. You don't want to just bombard and throw 5 posts up back to back. Do like a morning, afternoon, evening, or once a day, spread it out somehow. And with Pinterest, you can schedule your pins either from straight out of Canva, or when you upload to Pinterest, it'll give at the bottom, the option will be to post now or schedule, and you could schedule them out. 5 posts with at least 1 day in the live. That's what I'm talking about, Magnolia. 5 pins. I put 5 pins too. Alexandria, I was talking about that earlier. I haven't decided if I'm doing a separate Pinterest yet, or I'm just going to use the same one. Affiliate links to stories, at least. I've been getting better with affiliate links, but not enough. You still can't schedule your reels? Really? When you go to advanced settings, it's not there to schedule your reels? Victoria, will you do you think creating a separate Pinterest just to post more on IG and 2 YouTube videos? You got this, Lenny. And you have content, Lenny. So just schedule that bad boy out for Instagram. But it will post automatically. What the hell is going on with Instagram? They didn't have meatballs, so he just got the ground turkey, okay? My sister said that happened to her too. I don't know if it's still happening. I think it had, actually I had scheduled one and it never posted. But for the most part, most of them usually post. Yeah, I haven't decided with Pinterest yet. I don't know. Really? So your static post schedule fine, but not the real? That's crazy. That's crazy. And guys, write down those weekly goals. Like I put it here as a reminder. And like, I know it's hard to remember because we be having a lot going on. But I'll try to look back and just to see like what I've done, how far I've gotten, if I've made some type of progress. So write it down somewhere, and even if you could like stick it on the fridge, put the sticky note that you put and post it on the top, stick it on the computer, just some way to like remind yourself to get it done. Get it done. What I'll do is maybe Friday I'll do a lunch break live. I'll probably do one before Friday too, and we can just check up on each other to see how we've done. Lunch break live on Instagram. Yeah, I try to check mine off too. Tyra G, I think I missed you. You said one post on IG and TikTok. You've been MIA for a long time. You got this. All you got to do is just keep being consistent. Also, when you jump in, you see how you said one post on IG and TikTok? It's good to come in that way and not try to bombard yourself like I got to post every day because I haven't been here, because you're going to get burnt out quick. So start off with a smaller number, like you said, one this week for both platforms. And then the following week, you can move up to like 2 per week. Like, let it gradually slide in so you can get accustomed to it. Don't jump in and do too much, because you're going to be overwhelmed. It definitely is overwhelming. Following other people too that you see that post often, sometimes that reminds me to post. When I see other people post, it's like, girl, you ain't post nothing today. So it's a reminder too. Seeing their content, it'll remind me, like, sometimes I see something, it's like, I never thought of like posting how I clean my mats or something, which I haven't posted in a long time. Or stuff like that. It kind of reminds you. So following other people in your niche, or people who you like aspire to be, not like to be, but to like maybe go in that direction. Like, you want your social media to look like this person. You want to build your business the way this person. Follow that person, because that to me is even more inspiration when I see that person keep posting, because I definitely do that. Quick lives. Your lives don't even have to be long. Brienne did a week of like, I think she did like 20 minutes or so, like little short lives, 10, even if it's 5 minutes. Just pop in and talk about something real quick, and that'll get you used to going live a little more often. So they don't have to be long. Like, you don't have to be here. Look at me. We're at what, 77 minutes. I just talk, and I'm accustomed to being live. So start small and work your way up longer. 5 minutes sounds good. You know what you could do when you're doing an order, right? And you get to the end. Let's say you designed it, you cut all the pieces, you have it laid out. Go live while you assemble those pieces. That's it. Hey guys, I'm coming on just to hang out with you guys while I'm assembling this cake topper. And then as soon as you're done, you come off. You don't even have to show your face. Have it show on your hands while you're putting it together, and just read the comments just in case somebody have questions, and do stuff like that. What do you do when no one shows up? Act like people are there. I act like people are there. And then the lives, like most of my lives are saved, so people can come back and watch it. When I first started going live, there was nobody there. Sometimes I'll call my sisters to come and jump in. But there were lives that were empty. Just keep doing whatever it is you planned on doing. Let's say you're cooking, right? I'm just random. You came on to tell people about 3 easy meals they could create. Start the live. Always start your live with an introduction. So when people send it to someone, the first thing they see is the introduction, and for them to know exactly what the live is about. Straight up go into, guys, I came on today to let you guys know about 3 easy tips that I have for cooking. Something like that. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. I hope that's helpful to you guys. You can send it to someone who needs to learn, or share it, save it for later, something like that. Good night. Save. Talk like people are still there, and then save it. Keep doing it till people get there. Like I said it earlier. I don't know if anybody's here who wasn't here earlier. My lives do not have a lot. I have 40-something thousand followers, and my lives don't even be having 100 people. Sometimes it don't even have 50. It's fine with me. We gonna hang and we gonna talk. If nobody's there, I'm gonna talk about what it is I'm talking about. Save it, come back. It's just, especially in the beginning, it's more for you to get yourself accustomed to going live. And as people start seeing you being consistent, they're going to come. So we're gonna fake it like people are in those lives and just talk. And I know, like, at first it feels really weird and very uncomfortable. But honestly, if we don't push ourselves to do it, we're never going to do those things that we're afraid of. Like, the only way to do it is to push yourself and get it done. But talk to yourself like people are there. Next week you're posting, you're going to drive to Cali, so I'll probably post my travel along the way. Yes, your stops, the things that you see. A few parts you ripped to piss you off. You just rolled out of bed since I work from home. Show your hands. Show your hands. Kai to Creation, two IGs this week. That's good. So that makes you give your, yeah. And don't forget, guys, you can follow hashtags. And if you're here, the CP theme of day 3 is the hashtag we're using for the challenge. I hate how you kind of have to repeat yourself when people start to come in. Yeah, that can be annoying sometimes, especially if it's the same question over and over and over. But breathe. That's one thing I teach myself about going live. Breathe. Breathe. Just social media in a whole, you have to learn to relax and breathe, child. Because you'll post something positive and somebody like, well, why did you make that? What is this for? And in your head, you're probably thinking, well, if you don't know what it's for, it ain't for you. But can you say that? Probably not. It's not best. And then you got to explain what it's for. Or if you're live, I have crafting and chatting. Crafting and chatting, I post about it. I repost it in my stories. It tells you what craft we're doing. The supply list is there. When we go live, people still come on. What are y'all doing? What are y'all making? How did I use that? I'm late. What supplies are we using? You have to get used to repeating yourself. It's just the way it is. You're gonna have to repeat yourself. I have posted with all the details in the post, and I will still get a question about exactly what's right there in the post. You gotta repeat yourself. It's just a part of the process. 9 times out of 10, people don't be reading. They don't. Some people will look at a reel with the volume off and then comment. And whatever the comment had to do with, if they would have just played the reel, they would have seen. And a lot of the time, people literally come for a reaction. Like, they're not trying to learn. Some people just like find something to react to react. So you have to practice a little bit of patience and get used to repeating yourself. That's just part of, unfortunately, part of social media. So we have chosen to be on social media to grow our businesses or our following or our subscribers. So it's just part of the package. It's part of the package. You have to work on your Etsy shop. Do it day by day. Work on a listing, create a listing. Yeah, that's another reel to talk about, the things that you have to repeat, or you posting it in the content and then you repeating it. Like, those reels are hilarious because people can relate to that so much, because sometimes it can be a little stressful. So that's your content right there. That is your content right there. And we're gonna call it a day because I have a whole bunch of things to do. I need to do laundry and I probably won't even do it today. But I need to go and create some content while it's not dark out there and I have some natural light coming in. So I will see you guys around in these crafting streets. Remember, whatever you put in the comments as your goal for the week, make that next week too, because I'll be back in 2 weeks. You want to just write it down somewhere else where you can kind of check it off and hold yourself accountable. I'm going to check in randomly throughout the week on Instagram live for just like a crafting and chatting. For a lunch break live, and I'll check in to see what our progress is like. Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be live doing crafting and chatting. And then Sunday, I'm going to be live on a CraftPrint shop page, 12 p.m. Eastern, because that is the time I'm launching the CraftPrint shop, which is going to be your new favorite craft supply shop. So we're starting off with glitter cardstock, and then we're going to be adding a little bit more of everything. So just look out for all the greatness that's happening over here at the CraftPrint. So I'm going to see you cool cats and kittens later. Peace in the Middle East. Rain in Spain. Oh, I done mashed the box.